Dun dun dun. We have a new Justin Baldoni voice note to Blake Lively. Plus, we have some updates on the latest in the Guthrie kidnapping with Savannah Guthrie. Her mother, Nancy, is still missing, but we do have some updates that authorities have just released. Bill Gates is also breaking his silence on these Epstein allegations after his wife, Melinda, basically threw him under the bus yesterday. So, lots to get into. I hope you're ready for it. Let's dive in. This is No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. And dive in we shall. Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope you're getting humped today. Hey. What's up, guys? How's your week going? Hopefully you're having some fun. Hopefully you're living your best life. Just a reminder, if you are a member of No Filter All Access on Supercast, then you can join tonight's happy hour. Sean and David are going to be joining me tonight for a fun happy hour. I'm probably going to spill some tea. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have some fun. So tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, grab a drink, come on to Zoom and join us live. The tea that gets spilled, nothing gets recorded. So the tea that you're getting is the tea that you get to go home with. There are no receipts. We come, we hang out. You're welcome to join on camera or not. You're welcome to win in the live chat or not. You can just come and hang, whatever floats your boat. Let's get it. Okay. And shout out to our lovely mods, Christina and Laura. We love you. Love, 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 love. Love you, love you, love you. Wait, how do we join the Zoom? So first you have to sign up for No Filter All Access, which is not the YouTube. So just want to make it clear, it is not YouTube memberships. We've ended our YouTube memberships. You can still technically buy a YouTube membership and have access to our old archived members only content, which is still accessible for people who want to become members of that or old book clubs and whatnot. However, Supercast is where our new subscriptions are. You can join the link to join No Filter All Access on Supercast. You can go to allaccess.supercast.com to join. You'll get all access to the Zactivated Tour, all the shows starting from VidCon in Los Angeles, all throughout all the cities. You have access to those. You have access to ad-free episodes. So every episode of No Filter throughout the week, you get it for free with no ads on Supercast. We have bonus episodes. We have new book clubs. And then we have our Zooms. So when you sign up on Supercast, you will get an email notification with the Zoom link. So just know tonight you should be getting a Zoom link for our live on Zoom tonight. Is it a new link or the same from 128? It should be a new link. I believe it's a new link. So just keep an eye out in your email. I usually add a new link every week. But so tonight, Wednesday, happy hour, come on in. Okay. That said, let's. What do we want to start with first? Ooh, so last night I went to Threads, which is owned by Meta. Meta is the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, and Threads, which is like kind of like X, but like the Meta version of it. So they invited me to the 30th anniversary of Scream here in LA, Paramount Studios, iconic. So on the lot that they shot Scream is where we got to go back and revisit all of the Scream nostalgia. When I tell you, it was so cool. They had like memorabilia out from the movies. They had so many like Ghostface or people walking around in Ghostface costumes and photo ops, and it was quite the time. We got to actually watch Scream, which was a lot of fun. I mean, truly, guys, like what a fun time. So we got to watch the original Scream. They had In and Out, they had drinks. We got to see Nev Campbell. It was really cool. Like we even got a sneak peek at the new Scream 7, which hits theaters later this month. I believe February 27th is when Scream 7 comes out. And this is Nev Campbell's return. She wasn't in the last movie. She was in the first one, which was 5, and then she wasn't in 6, and now she's back for 7. And I believe there's also going to be an 8. But I love Scream. And normally I hate going to like these types of events because I just feel like I'm so socially awkward and like introverted and shy at these things. So I always beg for like a plus one. And I rarely ever go if I have to go alone. Like, it has to be a big event. It has to be like something that's really gonna add value to my life, to my career, whatever. But so last night I was supposed to go with Stu. Stu was supposed to be my date, and then at the last minute, he couldn't make it because something came up at work, and the event schedule was like super tight, and there was no possible way he could have made it, which was a bummer because then I ended up having to go alone. And I even like tried to like find someone to fill his spot at the last minute. I was like texting all my friends. I was like, "Do you like Scream? Are you available tonight? Any chance you can like confirm and like maybe I can beg them to switch out Stu's name for someone else's name?" Or like sometimes like it depends on how tight security is, and you usually don't know before going to these events. But nobody was available, understandably, because it was like so last minute. So I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Still gonna go. Even if I have to go alone. I love Scream. Um, yeah, I know that people find that surprising. That I'm introverted. Where was Donna? Donna doesn't like to go to events. Like she's not like a I don't know. I mentioned it to her and she didn't like express any like weeks ago before I invited Stu. Um, she didn't express any real like enthusiasm for it. Like she doesn't like to go to events. She's so extroverted though. Donna will talk to everybody in the room. Stu's very much the same way. Like he'll talk to every. I'm genuinely so shy and introverted at these things. Like the whole like confident persona is really just like fake it till you make it with me. Like I am very chill. I'm very low key. Like I'm not like I'm just kind of like I'll chill and like have a cocktail and just like I don't need to be the center of attention at a lot of these things. So listen, I went, I've seen all the Scream movies. I love Scream. I've seen every single movie. Emma Roberts, Hayden Panettiere, Gail Weather, Jenny McCarthy, Rose McGowan, like all the Drew Barrymore, like I'm obviously Drew Barrymore, but I'm like all the iconic guest roles throughout the years, the Stab movies. Like I like if there's any movie, any scary movie that's my jam, it is Scream, like 1000%. Lori says, "Wow, Zach, I never imagined you like that." It's wild because when people see me in person, they usually think I'm like a bitch, or they're just like, "Wow, he's like really awkward and quiet." And I really am. I mean, if I know you, like I'm a little more open, but like, yeah, I for the most part am a lot more like I really have to like push and force myself to like try to make friends, and sometimes it's not always easy. Um, to like make friends at these events. And I was like really nervous because a lot of these times, like these events get like really clicky. And so, like, if you don't show up with somebody and you go on your own, like you're basically destined to like be left circling the bar alone by yourself. Cause like people will not go out of their way to talk to you. Like people aren't very friendly. There's like very much a lot of that like clicky energy at these types of things. There was a lot of like side eye last night, like people that knew me that deliberately ignored me or would not speak. Like the mean girls were out last night, I'll tell you that. Maybe I'll get into that a bit more on Supercast or in tonight's Zoom. But like just know the Hollywood mean girl energy is very much a real thing. And it's part of the reason I don't like going to events unless I have at least one person that I can like cling onto as like my safety secure like my teddy bear that I'm just like okay just like help my ego. But yeah, I was like, I'm going into it though. I was like, listen, if I'm going alone, I like Scream. I'm gonna have fun. It's gonna be a good time, and I'm gonna have fun tonight. And I'm not gonna let anyone ruin my night with their bitchy behavior. And you know what? I told myself I was gonna walk in, stand tall, sip my cocktail, take my content, enjoy my night, and I ended up making friends. I hung out with the girls from Taste of Reality. They were so sweet. They were fun. We were sipping cocktails. I had a good time. I even stayed until the very end, which I normally don't do because I always like to sneak out a little bit early because I like being in bed early. And so I always sneak out a little early. But in this case, I did not. I stayed the whole way through. I enjoyed my night and it looks cute. Look, these are some of the photos from last night. Or these are, here, this is one of the Getty Images photos they took of me, which like cute. I was wearing like my I wasn't sure what I wanted, like what the vibe was gonna be or what it was gonna be, but I was like, I'm gonna wear my army cargo pants, my cute shirt, and my Gucci boots, and I'm gonna live my life. I live my life. Hey, and just in the paper, I live my life. Zack Peter serves piping hot tea, the best gossip you will ever see with Laura Trainers, Mike, and Christina. So bright. The mods keeping the chat trouble free. Yes. Thank you, Tom Stanfield 84 for the super chat. Love you. Appreciate you. Yes, we have to give Laura and Christina all the love in the club. All the love in the club. But it was fun. I had a good time. Like I got to see Nev Campbell. Very excited about her return to Scream. It's a fun Tuesday. So Stu owes me. Stu knows that he owes me after letting me walk into that lion's den solo, but it's okay. I made the best of it. He did feel bad, which, I stepped out of my comfort zone. I held my head up. I had my cocktail. I had fun. But when I tell you, I literally felt like Ashley Tisdale with the whole toxic mom group drama. So yeah, I believe Ashley 100% was telling the truth because Hollywood has that mean girl energy. It's fine. Listen, I've been in this world a very long time. I've stayed consistent. I've continued to grow. I've continued to move up. I've continued to thrive. I'm still in it. I haven't been sent home packing to Minnesota. I've seen a lot of these bitches come in and I've seen a lot of these bitches pack their bags and head home to Minnesota. I'm still here. I'm still doing it. And like, what was that Erica Jane song? I'm still hot. So yeah, maybe I'll give you a little more details on tonight's Zoom call. So sign up for Supercast. But I did want to just give a little lurve in the club and a shout out to Meta and Threads for a fun night because when I tell you, I love me some Scream. That is my favorite scary movie because I don't really like scary movies. I don't like the gore and the creepy and the Exorcist and the head spinning and like I don't like all that. Not my vibe, not my jam, but like I can handle Scream because it's like fun, it's campy, it's got some comedy, and it's like pop culture. Like Scream is pop culture. All the cameos and stuff. I'm a Scream fan. Am I a Nicki fan? Roll up in the Sri Lanka. I'm a Scream fan. So be sure to watch Scream 7 in theaters February 27th. Okay. And I'm going to post these photos on Instagram. So make sure you go and um, comment and be like, you look so hot tonight. I'm still here, Zach. You were born there. Yeah, I was literally born at Kaiser on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Okay. So yeah. Let's get it. Yeah, I mean, I just meant you're not gonna send me home. All right. So, what do we want to talk about first? Oh, let's talk about Savannah Guthrie and like the update that's going on there. So, lots happened in the 24 hours that since news broke of Savannah Guthrie's mother going missing. I mean, a lot has happened in the last 24 hours, but also nothing has happened in the past 24 hours at the same time. Nancy Guthrie is still missing. I say Guthrie. I don't mean to say Guthrie. It just rolls off the tongue more naturally to say Guthrie. So sorry, I do see your comments for things. It's not Guthrie, it's Guthrie. You know what? Take the broom out of your ass, okay? It was a little mispronunciation. But so Nancy Guthrie is still missing. Also, we need to give a shout out to Brian Enton on X. He's of News Nation, and he's been like boots on the ground covering this and like trying to talk to neighbors and trying to like figure out what's going on. He's boots on the ground in Pima County. He visited Nancy Guthrie's home, and there he showed that there were like visible drops of blood and what appears to be the missing Ring camera. So whoever took it made sure that there was no ring to capture whatever went down, but there were drops of blood on her porch. Her pacemaker was believed to have been disconnected around 2 a.m. It was around 11 a.m. when I believe they officially marked her as missing. And so as of right now, the Pima County Sheriff's Office, they don't have a person of interest. Investigations are still ongoing. I know there were some reports that there may have been a person of interest or there were some leads that they were exploring. As of right now, they said there's nothing. Actually, I think I have the most recent. Let's see. At this point, investigators have not identified a suspect or person of interest in this case. Detectives continue to speak with anyone that may have had contact with Miss Guthrie. Detectives are working closely with the Guthrie family. While we appreciate the public's concern, the sharing of unverified accusations or false information is irresponsible and does not assist the investigation. No suspect or person of interest has been identified at this time. And that comes from Sheriff Chris Nanos. So it was reported and now retracted by TMZ that Savannah's sister and brother-in-law were currently being investigated and were possible persons of interest, but that doesn't appear to be official. Like I said, TMZ has since retracted and updated that story to say that they're working with authorities, but that no one has officially been marked as a person of interest just yet. There was a chopper that was spotted. I also believe it was by Brian Enton. There were reports they've maybe with the what is it, the infrared, the heat detectors, that they may have found like a body that was possibly believed to have been Nancy Guthrie. I don't think that ever materialized, but there was a chopper that was like circling the area and just looking for something. But yeah. And then we do know that authorities offered $2,500 for tips on Nancy's disappearance. That was from the authorities, not from the Guthrie family, because I know a lot of people are like, "Nan, why doesn't Savannah offer more? Like, that's her mama. Bring her home. $2,500 is nothing." And it is nothing. Like I said yesterday, like if that was what I knew that they were offering, 2,500. No, it wasn't 25,000. It was 2,500. People are like, that must be missing a zero. No, it was 2500, only two zeros. That's why I said yesterday, I was like, I'm worth more than a stimulus check. You better not expect to find me for $2,500. Put some respect on my name, you know? So 25 is crazy, right? Is chump change, right? For fine. And people were like, why can't Savannah like put a little more money down? Like she's worth at least what, 8 figures, and she can offer a little more money to find her mama. But this is where that gets even deeper. Is there have been now multiple news reports and multiple news networks that are claiming to have been sent ransom notes. TMZ specifically said that they were asked for a large sum of Bitcoin. So as of right now, none of those appear to be real or verified from any official identified kidnappers. No word from Savannah after yesterday's call for prayer on her Instagram. We'll see. But at least in terms of those ransom notes, I don't know if those are real. It seems like some other people may be trying to cash in on them. I believe the Bitcoin account that reached out to TMZ and was asking for money, I believe they were able to link that to like an official account, and they're investigating that further. But listen, Savannah, we're still praying for you. We're lifting your family up right now. We're asking the Lord to please have mercy on your mother and hopefully bring her back home soon, very soon. But we're thinking of you, sending you love. Okay, let's move on to some lighter, more positive news. So Bravo just released two new teasers, not trailers, teasers. One is for The Valley season 3, which I'm actually really excited about. I love The Valley, love the crew, love that Lala and Schwartz are joining the new season. So they did send a little teaser, or they posted a little teaser, not a full trailer yet, but I assume that we're getting The Valley. What are we in February? Maybe April, or maybe end of March. I feel like March is usually. Well, Summer House is coming back now. And so, well, speaking of Summer House, we also got a new teaser for the new Summer House spinoff In the City. And listen, to be honest, I kind of fell off Summer House. I just kind of got bored of it. I wasn't really watching the last couple of seasons, with the exception for like the Lindsay Carl breakup that like had me invested. But Amanda, Amanda, Kyle, and Lindsay are going to be starring in the Summer House spinoff. It's called In the City. And it actually, first of all, they look great. I assume that this is going to follow Kyle and Amanda's divorce. They look so good in this new teaser. Lindsay looks incredible. Like, what fountain of youth serum is she drinking? What potion did she conjure up to look this good? Because they all look incredible, but Lindsay, I have to say, really looks incredible. I love this concept. I love this promo. It has me hyped. I haven't been excited for a Bravo show in a while. I love how Jesse and Zack trolled Lala. Lala was totally queer baiting. Oh yeah, people were saying that because Lala and Michelle were posting a lot of like photos together, and they were very touchy feely. And so Jesse Lally and Zack with the bad hair on the Valley, they posted like similar photos of them together, like similar, like, oh, we're hugging, oh, we're pretending to be lovers. Um, so yeah, yeah. Um, Zach, how are they going to do that being separated? I don't know. I mean, I assume Kyle and Amanda are going to show us their the fallout of their or the deterioration of their relationship, but we'll have to wait and see. I imagine it's not just 3 of them, that there are going to be additional cast members that'll be added to the mix. It's uncertain who. I'm kind of sad Lindsay's or not Lindsay, Paige isn't doing it because I feel like Paige is such a great reality star. She's just got that like star quality, star power. Even when I don't necessarily love her, I can acknowledge that she's still a great reality star. Okay, let's talk Gates. Whew, the drama. So Bill Gates is responding after his wife outed him essentially yesterday when she did her podcast interview. So she called him out, saying that he's going to have to answer for a lot of questions regarding his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. He's now speaking out. So he did an interview that dropped where he basically says, yes, he was friends with Epstein. No, he never went to the island, but he hung out with him socially. He owns up to being his friend and now is saying that he regrets ever hanging out with him, that he should have rethought that friendship. Okay, yeah, now we're what's just supposed to believe that now you've suddenly found your conscience? Nah, Bill, that was your homie, okay? That was your homie. You knew he was bad news. Your wife literally left you over this. And the only reason you now have buyer's remorse is because you got caught with your pants down and needing some antibiotics. Okay. Now, I don't know for certain what his involvement was in the Epstein misdeeds, but with as close as you were to him, you knew some shit. You knew something was off. You knew that there was a stank there. You knew that that he had a stank dick, and you still decided to ride with him as his homie. Y'all were thick as thieves, okay? So lots of people said that they heard rumblings about Epstein. They would decline invites from him. They said that they didn't get good vibes from him. There were rumors about him. Melinda literally left you. So I think that should have been the biggest blues clue for you to get out your handy dandy notebook and say, hey, maybe I should not be friends with this dude. You know, she said in an interview this week that she was uncomfortable a number of times regarding your friendship with Epstein, and that was ultimately just one of the reasons she left you. But the fact that it was referenced as a reason, and she's saying that she brought up issues in the past throughout your marriage about your closeness and proximity to Jeffrey Epstein, you knew. In my opinion, you knew. You had to have known. You just want to backtrack it now because the scandal got a little too big and you thought that you would be protected. And guess what? The same way you got that STI, allegedly, no protection. So sorry, we're not buying this BS. If anybody, you were very clearly good friends with Epstein and remained friends with him to this day. So much so that your wife is not even backing you anymore. She's like, yeah, you're going to have to answer for some questions. Maybe you didn't go to the island. I don't know how deep your friendship was with him. I don't know how much you hung out with him or didn't hang out with him. But it's abundantly clear now with the testimony of your wife that you were very buddy with him. Okay. Very chummy. So I don't buy that you're just like, oh, now in retrospect, maybe I should have been friends with them. You know when one of your friends does some shady shit. You know. Like I said, he got that stank dick and you were riding with him all the way through it. So you just thought you were gonna be protected until the end. And now your STIs have been revealed. So sorry. No antibiotic is gonna clean up this infection of your reputation. Okay. Thank you. Next. um Oh, let's get into the Baldoni, the voice note. So there's a new voice note that came out, or 2 new voice notes, and so Blake's stuff has started to hit the docket, okay? Oh, what's going on? Oh, sorry, those some little drums. Okay, let's go to docket updates. Shout out to docket updates. Shout out to Clark. Love Clark67 on Reddit. Clark NT67. He has been boots on the ground and going to the actual courthouse to obtain the evidence that has been put on CDs that's too big to upload to the actual docket. So he's been going and getting these actual files and bringing them back, and then they get uploaded to docket updates. So just shout out to them. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Woo, this is going fast. I love it. I know. Thank you. Yes, give some lurv in the club to docket updates. Is it really something new? You played us ages ago, and now people are being ridiculous. Well, I mean, it's new in the sense that we haven't heard it before. It just hit the docket this week. These new voice notes. There are a ton of the dancing montage clips, which, my God, if I have to watch the damn dancing montage scene again every time we see it from a different angle and a different take, nothing changes. It's still the same fucking bullshit. It's still the same like dancing montage that we've seen a million times at this point that shows absolutely nothing at all. Nada, zilch, zip, nada. Um, but so I did want to show you with Baldoni. TMZ decided to put out this inflammatory headline. Justin Baldoni, Blake, you're so beautiful. I got the chills. And so it sounds kind of creepy, right? Well, even as creepy as that may sound, why don't we actually listen to the voice note? So again, this is docket updates. Give some lurv in the club to the docket updates. Shout out to Clark NT67. Yay. Okay, so here are the million other takes of the dancing montage that we've seen a million times. We don't need to watch that again. But what I want to focus on are the two new audio messages. So this is what the lively parties have now submitted as evidence. There are two of them. So let's go through the TMZ one. So this one where TMZ says, ooh, he called her beautiful and said that he had chills. So let's actually listen to that and then we can dissect further afterwards.
Hey, Blake, I hope the fitting was super successful. Thank you for sending those pictures. That was really cool. I was in the department head meeting and they came through and I was like waiting for them to load and I legit got the chills when I saw it. And you look beautiful. It's gonna work so well. Okay. I would love your genius marketing brain here and also your EP brain. So first of all, we got 2,600 submissions from around the country for Young Lily, which was incredible. We had a whole team of people sorting and watching, and really just anybody who vaguely resembled you and who could act a little bit made the list. I did a big callback for a few days, and we got it down. Here's the interesting embarrassment of riches predicament. So before we announced you, and probably for a couple of years, Abigail Cohen was who a lot of the young fans wanted to be Lily. She looks so young, and of course, that wasn't the movie that I was ever going to make or interested in making. But of course, she wants it so bad, and she's been auditioning, and she's beautiful, and she's a great actress, but really doesn't look anything like you. Her hair and her look is definitely what I was kind of modeling, what I was hoping we could achieve with the wig, which worked for you. But I really don't want anything to take us out of the movie, and so I'm vacillating here because it's also a genius marketing hack to cast her as young Lily, because then in some ways you're giving a lot of the hardcore fans what they wanted and what they didn't know they want. Both of you guys in the same film. So just from a marketing perspective, I'm definitely like, oh, I see the benefit. But then I found this young woman named Isabella Ferreira, and she's here in New York. She just graduated from Carnegie Mellon. She's a beast. And as soon as she came on the screen, when I watched it, I was like, ooh, I could see young you in her. And she's got depth, and I can tell she can do anything. And I was so excited working with her and reading her. So of course I'm torn, because the first time I'm going to see, in the reflection, the way that I'm kind of doing the flashbacks is when you show up in that first, in your bedroom the first time, and I rack focus to the reflection, it's going to be young Lily in the reflection. And we're introducing the audience to our storytelling device at that time. And seeing her in there, you'll legitimately go, oh, wow, how'd they do that? Or that she looks just like Blake. Seeing Abigail there is just a bit of a suspension of belief. And so I'm going to pray and meditate on it tonight, but I wanted you to know the background before I sent you the links. They're both great. Both of them could do fantastic. Both would make the movie great for different reasons. And would love your brilliant mind. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And generally what I do here is I pray and I meditate, and what comes to me is the decision I go on. But I would love to hear what you think. I'm going to talk to Sony about it tomorrow as well and get their thoughts. Okay. Yeah, give me a ring or a text after you watch, whenever that is, today, tomorrow. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, so that's the first one. That's the one where he specifically says, I think at the top, beautiful.
Hey, Blake, I hope the fitting was super successful. Thank you for sending those pictures. That was really cool. I was in the department head meeting, and they came through, and I was like waiting for them to load, and I legit got the chills when I saw it. And you look beautiful. It's gonna work so well. Okay.
So that's the main point to focus in on, because the second, or the remaining 90% of the voice note, talks about the casting and Isabella Ferrer, and also what a bitch, right? Like Isabella Ferrer just completely throwing him under the bus, when you can tell like he was really a champion for her. He was really rallying behind her. He really wanted Isabella to have this role. And based off of her own words alone, she praised her experience working with him above and beyond. So of course, we're not going to include that in the TMZ article, but then this first 20 seconds where he uses the word chills and beautiful, he's referencing the photos that Blake sent him with her outfit fittings in the character of Lily Bloom. And these weren't just like, he wasn't just like, oh my God, I just saw that like mirror selfie that you posted on your Instagram story, and God, you look so beautiful. He was saying beautiful in reference to the character and in regards to the character's wardrobe. Now, I'm hoping that the photos she sent were not the ones that were the outfit wardrobe changes that she did, that she herself designed, because they were atrocious. And I hope he wasn't gassing her up to say that those were looking good, or she was looking beautiful in those rags. But yes, he's excited about her character. It's so clear she was taking it personally, and it's so twisted. Exactly. He was referencing the character, because she's done nothing but whine about her postpartum body up until this point. Also, good point, Gwen. Also, great point. She has been complaining about her body and not feeling confident and not feeling pretty and not feeling like her body's in a great place after just having a baby. So, yeah, you know, don't know what to tell ya. Don't know what to tell ya. Welcome to the jungle. Okay, so that's the first voice note, the first new one. And here's the other one. Warning, it is 2.5 minutes. So bear with me.
Hey, sorry, I couldn't get my voice memo to work. Hi, sorry I haven't responded. Believe it or not, I took 24 hours to be a normal person. One of my best friends just happened to be in town right as my family was leaving, and he actually showed up. I picked him up at the airport as I was saying bye, and we spent the day and night together, and went and saw Seinfeld and distracted me because I was sad as shit yesterday. And then we spent the day together, and I was just with Hassan Minhaj, who was going to play Marshall, and we were all just hanging out. And it's nice to be normal for a second and not just obsessed with our movie. But yes, so I apologize for not getting back to you. I did read them, and I laughed, and I just want to say, first of all, I'm appreciative of your passion and the process and your ideas and the spirit of collaboration. And I know for a fact, like I just feel it in my bones, just how excited I am to work with you just as a creative, because you give a shit, and that's so fucking cool. And you're smart, and you're funny, and you're all the things, and you're clearly a great writer. And so yeah, so all in all, I just wanted to start with that. I think that it's really good. I laughed. My gut tells me it's going to be a combination of this, and we're going to find it and what was there. I want to be mindful to not add too much in terms of page count, because it was already like a 10 or 11 page scene. But what I like about it is the banter and the wittiness, and I can see, I was smiling as I was reading, as I can see you, and I know exactly what you want to do and what you're trying to do, and I want that for Lily. I want Lily to have that, because I think it makes it that much more powerful to see that woman, you know, not just some 22-year-old, fresh out of college, but to see that woman end up in this relationship. So yeah, so I'm just excited to workshop it and play around and to find it, and I think we're gonna find it together. And I'll loop in Christy, who's my writer, and
Okay. So, I think the first voice note doesn't give anything, right? He uses the word beautiful. He says he has chills, but he's clearly referencing her character. This voice note, I do think, doesn't help his case all that much when it comes to him saying that she hijacked the film. Now, that said, I do believe she hijacked the film. However, his own words and his own admissions, the same way Isabella's text message to Baldoni, validates that she felt safe and comfortable on set, when he's over here praising her writing and praising her creative contributions to the script and whatnot, it then gets harder to hear the Wayfair parties defend that, she was hijacking the film and they couldn't control her, because clearly he was giving her a lot of leniency. He was clearly giving her opportunities to um have some sort of creative influence on the project. Christina says, Zach, the first voice memo shows that Blake didn't cast young Lily. Was that something that she was claiming? Oh, I think she kind of said that in her PGA letter, right? But like we've heard mixed things, like Taylor Swift is instrumental in casting her or whatever. But it does seem like he did the initial casting. He was really fighting and lobbying for Isabella. He clearly is aware that she needs constant praising. Yes, and I do think that there's a lot of placating that's going on here. I do agree that there's a lot of he's gassing her up, but those own words when you're in the court of law can be used against you, regardless of what your intentions were. If taken at face value, very much like Isabella's text message to Baldoni, it can be used against you, right? We have to be able to look at both sides of this. So, do I think it's the strongest piece of evidence against him? No. We have additional text messages and additional correspondence from Sony and from crew members and from Baldoni's team, where they're all talking about what a monster and a nightmare she is, mostly towards the post-production phases, right? Or when it comes to phase 2 production. It seems like they tried their best to really work with her and give her everything that she wanted during pre-production and phase 1 of filming, and then they just like kind of completely lost it by phase 2. So with that context, this was pre-production. This was April before they officially began filming the movie, when they're putting together tweaks on the script and she's rewriting and polishing. So it seems like he was kind of trying to build her up and validate her, right? Man, I couldn't work in Hollywood, right? So basically, Blake has zero evidence. I mean, basically, her evidence. This is these are the two things that she submitted. These two voice notes. I don't really know what they prove. I mean, sure, he calls her beautiful. You can arguably say that that's creepy, but she didn't necessarily list that as a claim or an allegation against him. She's just using this to kind of support her. I don't really know how this supports her case, that he said he had chills when he saw the outfit fittings and that she looks beautiful. Doesn't really give much to her case. And then the second voice note, I guess, is her trying to prove that she didn't take over the film, because clearly here he's building up her writing skills and praising her contributions, which, I mean, can only take you so far, because it feels like at some point they all kind of got tired of her and felt like she was insufferable. And again, the date of this voice note is April 9th, 2023, which is a month before they officially went into production on the film. And then she submits the video dancing montage, and it's the same shit we've already seen, right? It's all, they're dancing, they're kissing. This is the John Legend song. They have chemistry. Oh, yay. And then is this the take where she rolls her eyes now? Again, we don't see anything in here that's in any way incriminating. They're in character. They're flirting. They're laughing. He's not into you. His character is into Lily, this is Rylan Lily, not Blake and Baldoni. So she just clearly is not a great actor. Oh, like, that's the SH right there, right? Where his hand was on her lower back, and God forbid his hand touch her lower back without consent. What? They didn't discuss that. What? What was the date of the second voice note? He did try. Yeah, um they were both pre-production. The first one was January 30th, 2023. This was about the outfit fittings and the casting of Isabella Ferrer. And then the second voice note about her script contributions, that was in April of 2023. So both of those before production began in May of 2023. Again, we've seen this dance montage so many different times, so many different cuts, so many different angles. None of it, Oh, he nuzzled. This was the SH. He nuzzled her neck. Here, let's actually kill the audio for that and play this clip. He nuzzled her neck. How dare he? Even though he's in character and they're flirting and they're dancing and they're being kissing. This is it. We're watching it happen in real time. This is it. The harassment. It's right here, guys. Don't you see it? It's happening before our eyes. It's here. It's happening. Oh my gosh. I mean, Blake thinks we just fell out of a coconut tree. They're clearly in character. That's what's so wackadoodle crazy to me is they're very clearly in character. They're dancing together. And then you look at when he yells cut, you can clearly see the change in his attitude. He's like, oh, lovey-dovey, cut, boom. Voice change or like face changes. I think this is even where she rolls her eyes. Yeah, she rolls her eyes. Yeah. Crazy. Like, I don't even know what we're watching at this point. I don't even understand why we're still here and why we're still doing this. Crazy, 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 wackadoodle crazy. She made fun of his nose and told him that he needs to do something about that. Yeah. He was absolutely kissing her ass because he was scared of her and she was trying to take his movie. He was in survival mode. No, I actually don't agree with that. I actually completely disagree with that based off of the timeline. This was early. Well, I guess come February, that's when the fat shaming stuff happened, or the alleged fat shaming. But this was early in. So this voice note about the script rewrites was April 9th. That was April 9th. Ooh, and let's see when. April 9th. But it appears so the fat shaming stuff happened. So this was around the same time that the Taylor Swift involvement, when she comes in, she accidentally walks into the meeting, and then it's a couple weeks later where there's the fat shaming stuff. So at this point, I don't think Blake or Ryan had really exhibited any crazy behavior, right? April 12th is when it all turned bad from Ryan. Yes. So this was right before things really turned sour. So I think he was just trying to, one, compliment her because she was openly insecure about her body. And two, I think he was just trying to like make her feel a part of the creative process. Like he said, he wanted the film to feel like it was from like there was the female gaze that was contributing to it, right? So I don't think that he was necessarily that he was afraid of her at this point in time. Now that we're looking at everything and putting it in an actual chronological timeline, at this point, things had not really gone sour until the fat shaming, because that's when he said, whoa, that was the first time he really was caught off guard by a lot of it. So I think here he was kind of trying to appease her, being like, oh yeah, yes, you're more than welcome to contribute. And, let me know how, like, he was trying to take her feedback into consideration. But you hear in the voice note too, where he talks about like, oh, well, it's getting kind of long and we don't want to add too many more pages to the scene, but I get what you're trying to do with that. And like, let's find a way to find a middle ground, because I get what you're trying to do with the character, and let's, yada, yada, yada. So yeah. All right. So sad to hear his voice note. He was so sincere. He seemed very sincere, Anyone else noticing a lot of Ryan's movies pop up in recommended movies and streaming services? I never look up or watch Ryan Reynolds movies. I mean, it could also be, listen, sometimes there are times where you're having a conversation, you're talking about something, you're consuming certain content, and then other devices and apps like are actively listening to that stuff or taking in that feedback. So it could be that you watch a lot of, Baldoni content, Blake versus Baldoni content on TikTok or on, your YouTube or whatever. And maybe you have an Alexa and Alexa's always listening, or maybe you have a Google Home. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything other than the algorithm picking up on your interests. It's definitely a possibility. I can't believe we're dissecting a compliment, right? Like in this day and age, we're literally dissecting a compliment. Zach, have you seen the YouTube videos that Wayfair Studios released on Justin's proposal to Emily? His message to his baby girl, heartbreaking what his family has endured. It is very heartbreaking. Traveling Pants, Blake should have been in Wicked. She lives in fantasy. Yeah. Special Case says, I don't have Alexa because of that. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's like, oh, the convenience. It feels like my devices are inside my brain. I think of something and suddenly they're giving me an ad for it, but I didn't even remember talking about it. But it's like our devices know us so well at this point because they're always watching. They're always listening. Deborah says, you are perfect just the way you are, Zach. That's why I love watching you. Thank you, Deborah. Appreciate that. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Join us tonight on Supercast. Okay. Join No Filters, All Access. You can sign up at allaccess.supercast.com. The link is in the description below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Oh, let me do a couple of Apple review shout outs. The boys are ready for our Zoom tonight. So get ready. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us live. Let's see. Some reviews that you guys sent in on Amazon. Entertaining and educated. Not only this is on Apple Podcasts. This is from JHWZ2001. Not only is Zach's take on pop culture and beyond entertaining, he's well spoken and educated. My absolute favorite to listen to while winding down from a hectic day. Woo woo, let's get it. Jas Sullivan 94 says unbiased and like listening to a friend. 5 stars. I started listening when I got a job within an hour commute, and the daily episodes were perfect to fill most of my driving time. I think this was around the time of Scandival. Ooh, that was a throwback. Scandival was a fun time, and I'm still an avid listener. Several scandals later, Zach always goes through the facts, diving deep into the details to provide unbiased information and honest opinions, which is sad. So hard to find these days. No Filter is exactly what the name says. So if you are closed-minded towards hearing opinions other than your own, it won't be the show for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We also have Edent 1999, 5 stars, witty, entertaining, and informative. Love this podcast. I've been listening on my commute to stay up to date on the latest pop culture developments and to take a break from the state of the world. This is such a blissful distraction and a great start to my day or laughing my way home from work. Thank you, Zach, for your personable, thoughtful commentary on the latest in entertainment. Wishing you great things in 2026. Thank you, Eat It 1999, 1999. 1999. Let's do some Spotify shout outs. Let's see. Okay. From our Daniel Feruzin episode. We have so many. Sarah A. Davis says, Zach, great episode. And this is giving me older Stephen DeMarco vibes from Tell Me Lies. Probably just the look. This lawyer. Ooh, Daniel Feruzin, shout out. D Girl 71 says, I love Zach, plain and simple. If you don't listen. Get a life and stop trolling. I know that's right. Thank you. Stephanie Jones is gonna have a lot of problems. Yes, she is. Let's see. We got lots of comments. KLM says, have any other creators done an exclusive on Isaac Cappy? Have you ever looked into him? Zach, I have not. I probably will have to at some point. Castro says she's very excited about new episodes. Lots of good stuff, guys. Let's see. What about yesterday's episode with Savannah Guthrie? Ooh, wow, we have Ricky Gervais should host every award show. Yes, KLM, I agree. Totally warranted pop off on the Vile Files. They are so Grinch. Thank you, Rebecca Redshaw. Thank you. Dora says, I love it when you get activated. Nick Vial, aka Vile, is the most unhinged, tone deaf, untouched with reality, wannabe relevant human on the planet. Him and his wife are both the worst. Oof, this is That one's wild. Laura says, I'm worth more than a stimulus check. I'm cackling. Love listening to you every day, especially when you get activated. Yes. Christy says, Zach, you're cracking me up today more than usual. Thank you guys. Please continue to give all the love on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. We love it. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Thursday. Join us. Zoom tonight. Join Supercast. Sign up right now. No filter. All access. Go to allaccess.supercast.com. Okay. Bye, guys.